in the Pacific. The second conflict to bear the name of World War was over. Once again, hundreds of thousands came gratefully home. Others remained in ground they had bought and paid for with the ultimate currency of life itself. Unlike the doughboy of World War I, the serviceman returning from Europe or the Pacific was not so quick to believe that the conflict just ended had ended war for all time. But he did know this: forces which had once again threatened to destroy his way of life had been defeated, and that way of life preserved. And he knew, too, that without him, it could not have been done. Korea, June 1950. For the first time, the armed aggression was that of a communist enemy. The answer was clear and emphatic. Through years of what became stalemate combat, while truce talks wore on, men did what had to be done. Constant patrolling, fighting again and again over the same bits of splintered ground, day and night. In the end, the point had been made once again that aggression against free men would be met and thwarted. These names, 131 of them, were added to the roll call of valor during the Korean conflict. And here in the Hall of Heroes, this is the last honor roll but one. This latest section has not yet been completed. Earlier you saw 4 of the men whose names appear here. Like all the rest, they are in illustrious company, and once again, the challenge they face is far from our shores. Here, as in every conflict the American fighting man has faced, the effectiveness of all else depends upon him, the man himself. True, the means of his combat, the swiftness of his mobility, and the staggering volume of his firepower are such as the battlefield has never known before. But the man himself and the inner force that animates him, these are unchanged. He arrives at his objective faster and fresher than any man of arms in history, and in his hands are weapons more deadly than any of the past. But he well knows that despite all the technological advances, in the final analysis, there is no easy road. He knows, too, that however hard the road, others have traveled it before him, and what men have done, men can do. What enables a man to move forward into a maelstrom of roaring, slashing sound and flying steel and flame? The mere words in which a commander shapes the orders to do so? The knowledge that the others who move forward count on him to be in his place? A sense of pride that will not let him do less than his friends, or leave them with more to do because of him? Or the simple consciousness that this is going to be done, and it is his time to do it? Whatever it is, whether we name it courage, sense of duty, bravery, or simply guts, it is there, and they go and get it done. In the Vietnam fighting, many Americans have been awarded the Medal of Honor. In the combat zone, you will find the face of courage casually worn anywhere you care to look. And so the honor is doubly great for those who, from among the brave, are singled out. In one sense, these medals are no more than stylized bits of metal. But in another, more fundamental sense, they are the tangible representation of a priceless intangible. This, then, is in celebration of that something in man which is both indefinable and undeniable. For this, the Hall of Heroes exists, to say to all who come this way, read these names. Think for a moment of the men whose courage put them here. What they did, each in his own moment, is a statement, a shout, a cry that echoes for each of us. Remember and be proud.